Saad, what are you saying in terms of this situation? I know you've probably got a few things you want to speak about, but just where we are in this conversation right now is Arteta there should be doubt around Arteta. He should be getting challenged. He's built this squad. He's bought the replacements for the players that are out injured, so there should be better performances. Like, where do you stand on that debate, Saad? You're on mute, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yes, brother.
Okay, no, man. My bad. 100% he's bought in those players. 100% they're his players. But at the same time, you can't automatically, as soon as the players don't work, say, "Oh, he's got to go now. He's got to go. We've got to start questioning." I think I'll wait until the end of the season. If we go after this season trophyless, then there's a question to be had. Is he the right guy? Can he take us actually?
Why are we questioning him? Is it not a case of it's in or out now?
No, I don't think so. You have to look at it like this. How many players are we missing right now? We're missing Thomas Partey, who utilizes.
I'm not giving you that.
Very important to that.
I'm not going to give you Jesus either.
He's very important to the system. Yes, I fully understand. He's
always injured.
I fully understand, but he's still very important to his system. Also, he's got players in there which he's brought in. Now, I'm not going to sit here and protect this Kai Havertz signing, but I'm with the same thought that I don't think Kai Havertz was the worst player on the pitch. I think he had moments where he was clicking with players. He had moments where he was playing good 1-2s with the players. Obviously, it's not to the level where you're worth 65 million. So I should expect you to at least be creating goals, creating chances, that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to sit there and say he had a great game or anything. But all I'm saying is, when it comes to Arteta, I'm not going to overreact and sit here and say, "Oh, he's got to go because he's making these subs." 100%. There's definitely criticism to be put on Arteta. 100%. I can criticize him, and I can say, you know what, these substitutions, you're making them way too late. He definitely made that mistake in the game today, because Trossard should be coming on straight at half time. 100% Trossard should be coming on at half time. But when you look at what Arteta's built, when you look at what Arteta's done so far, bro, we can't just unless he's gone after this season and doesn't win anything, then there's viable questions to be asked. But right now, in the middle of a season, bro, if we get rid of Arteta
it's
now,
not that. It's the same questions being asked again and again and again from this manager. He's already thrown one competition away. That's like the same thing he did last season. And now we're talking about substitutions, which we've been talking about since the guys entered the club. Can he manage a game? Can he change the game from the so? And the reality is, when the game gets tough and the going gets tough, he hasn't shown it. Today got tough for us. And he wasn't, you know what actually happened? The players played with emotions. Arteta cannot control his players' emotions. They started shooting, they started passing, the game plan went out the window. They just started hitting and hoping that something happens. And that's the problem I've got. I'm not saying Arteta out right now, but what I'm saying is, I just don't understand what it's going to take for Arteta to start actually taking action.
See, this is the thing, yeah. I want to speak about your creativity, because, like,
1 second before you say that, I just want to say, Sol, we've had the most comebacks this season. Doesn't he get credit for that?
Yeah, that's true. You can't do it off one game, man.
So based on what you said, how did we come back in all those games? How did we get back into all
that last season? That's not an improvement from last season. But even if you look at what made us need to come back,
nothing we do from the start of this season, unless we replicate what we did last season or go unbeaten completely and win all our games, is going to compare to last season. Last season we were unknown commodity. This season, more teams are going to play with more respect, more defensive, and they're going to have more of a game plan for us. It's never going to be the same. This is what happens when you have a good team. People are going to play for close games where they can smash and grab. Where when you have a team like we did previously, people are going to come be disrespectful and leave us with open space. Leave us with the whole gaping chasms. Give us more opportunities to attack them, and we capitalize. So we caught people off guard last year. We cannot compare 2 years to each other. If we do that, then are we going to compare ourselves to Warrior shit?
But Egal, let me speak about the creativity, because I've been speaking about this all season. I've come on here week after week. I've been saying that I'm not convinced by your team. There's this narrative within your fan base, that or, you know, Arsenal are looking a little bit mature. They're going to kick into place. But I haven't been buying it. I have not been buying it. And the main thing that I spoke about, was individually, certain players like Martinelli have not been at the level that they were last year. Certain players like Saka haven't been at the level that they were last year. Odegaard. So I'm looking at your players, right, as well as your manager. You've criticized him already. I want to speak about your players, right? And the other week I came on here, I said Bukayo Saka for me is not world class. And what I spoke about when I said that is the fact that away from the goals and the assists, when I look at his overall performances, he doesn't do enough for me. Terry started reading out stats and all of these things, but I'm sorry, my eyes don't lie to me, bro. Yeah, Saka needs to be doing more, right? Like I've said, now Arsenal fans want to start focusing on him because he's not getting the goals and assists. And I said this a few weeks ago. I said, when the goals dry up and the assists dry up, people are going to start criticizing his performances. You've got to look at him today. He was poor again. Do you know what I mean? Whether that's fitness, whether that's injury, he was poor again today. Martinelli, hold on, bro. Let me land, yeah? Martinelli, he got locked up again today. Odegaard wasn't there, but Kai Havertz, I'm sorry, 65 million. This is not the guy that's going to elevate you. And that's exactly why, right? This is one of Arteta's main signings that he's made, right? You've got Eddie. He's the one that decided to give him a new contract and give him number 14 and pay him over 100k a week. That's Arteta, right? But let's not run away from the fact that your star players are not playing at the level that they were last year. And I've been saying this all season. People keep going on about maturity and that. Let's break down the individual performances. They haven't been great, bruv. They haven't.
Don, just to counter what you said a bit, yeah. In terms of Saka's performance, cool. Today he wasn't great, but from what I see and watching our games week in, week out, there's been plenty of times in that Newcastle game where Saka's cutting, where Odegaard normally is, and nobody was there today. Certain things aren't clicking with the front.
So
three.
I
know the team ain't always going to be perfect in terms of your lineup, but there's certain factors this season that's happening that wasn't happening last season. Last season, Eddie Nketiah made 21 appearances, but only 9 were starts. He's made 9 already this season, and you can see why we're not creating. When you said Arsenal to create more, do more, whatever, I think Eddie is a big detriment to our forward attacking.
But even when you play Jesus, bro, when you play Jesus at the bridge, Jesus has started. You still weren't creating. You still weren't creating much.
At Chelsea, we didn't create much, but that's one game, bro. So we're at the bridge. Chelsea are up for it. But normally, when we play Jesus up front, you see the difference, bro. We're not creating with this guy. There's no link ups. Watch the game back, bro. But there's no link ups. There's no passing. Not much is going on.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. If you're a world class player and you're up against Dan Burn, who naturally is a centre back playing at full back, you have to have.
Bro, he sent him to the locker room.
Hold on, Igal. Yeah, he was injured. He got injured, bro. He got injured.
He went to left back.
Yeah, and then Trippier went at left back, and he locked him up as well. So if you can see that inverting's not working and you're closing down the pitch, right? You need to stretch the pitch. Therefore, you need to take on your man. He's not taking on his man enough, right? Whether he's injured or whatever, this is what I criticize with Saka. I love Saka, right? Don't get it twisted. He's a top player. But when people start
don't say you love him, you've been onto him all season. The way you talk about Arsenal players, I don't have the same energy for Chelsea.
Last season, hold on a second. I do have the same energy for my players.
I don't have the same energy for Chelsea.
I've been criticizing Sterling all season, bro. I've been criticizing Jackson as well in front of goal, bro. I've criticized my players, right? I'm talking about Saka and the level that I hold him up to. He had a very good year, and he's supposed to be kicking on from last year. He's regressed. He's gone backwards. Okay, and he's been given a new contract as well. So let's not run away from it, right? As much as you don't like Eddie and all of these things, Jermaine, you keep ignoring other players, bro. You keep focusing on Eddie and Nketiah. I think his impact in the Rice was good today. Rice was actually good today. He done his job. He was very good today.
Do you want to know something, bro? I agree with you with the whole Bukayo Saka situation because Bukayo Saka is held to a higher standard, guys. Let's not act like Bukayo Saka is supposed to be one of the better players in this league. So if we're dropping points in and we're losing games and he's on the pitch and he's not making a difference, he deserves criticism. I take that criticism and I understand it. So what I'm going to sit here and say is Mikel Arteta, he got out coached in the end with the substitutions. I agree there. We did get robbed by the referees, but at the end of the day, we cannot see the same offensive performances going forward. Jesus is going to be injured. Doesn't matter. Midfield is poor. Midfield's poor. It doesn't matter. We should be creating more than one big chance in all these games. We can't even create one big chance. That is where this game is won and lost. All these other things are excuses.
Why do you think we can't create?
Do you know why that is? Because we don't have enough players that take responsibility. There's 2 players for Arsenal that take responsibility, that I see week in, week out taking responsibility. That's William Saliba and Declan Rice. The rest of them, we could talk about, Odegaard weren't there and Saka was cutting inside and there was nobody there. take responsibility. Yeah, if you're this so-called world-class player and you're on your way there, you take responsibility at times. Martinelli, take responsibility. If Eddie's not performing, we all know that Eddie's not good enough. But sometimes you need players that are going to take responsibility and just say, do you know what? F this. It's my time now. And we don't have enough of them. You know, everybody relies on the system.
You've got one, Trossard.
I'm just going to say this, guys.
Trossard, yeah, great example.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to jump off after this, Terry. I just have this to say. I still consider us undefeated. That game didn't count. Honestly.
Oh man!
You guys can all sit here and say we lost, but we got robbed.
It got. What did I tell you yesterday? What did I tell you yesterday when you asked me about prediction? What did I tell you? What did I tell you about prediction?
Yeah, you predicted this. You want a cookie?
I do. Give me one, please.
Okay, next time.
You want to come
You want a cookie?
Bro, that was an absolute robbery. Have a good day.
Love you, bro. I love this guy. I love this guy. We're going to speak a little bit more. We are going to talk Newcastle on the show as well. I've got 54 super chats to do right now, so we're going to spend a bit of time. We'll read out the super chat. I'm going to bring Ches in, I was about to put Ches in, who was backstage, but he disappeared. Come back. We'll go through these super chats, and of course, we'll ask the panel. We won't get everyone to give an opinion on every super chat because that'll be a madness, but we'll go to like 1 or 2 people. This is no yellow cards given to all the Arsenal. Oh, sorry, already done that one. Arsenal didn't deserve to win and didn't deserve to lose. So draw. Yeah, I think most Gooners that said had been robbed would probably take a draw as like the result. Terry, the ball was out of play. If anyone thinks this is a genuine goal, they must definitely visit Specsavers. What I'll say about that is that BN Sport have put a graphic up that says that it was slightly in. However, that's their kind of technology. That's what they've said. It's funny though, Richard Keys didn't do that when the ball went out against Brighton. They did nothing to show whether our ball was in or out. And I am being petty about it because it annoys me. Doku put on a masterclass today. Listen, I tweeted about Doku earlier today. Doku is everything at City that I thought Grealish was going to be. You know, holds the ball just as much, but scores and assists more. That's when you talk about wingers, that's my type of winger, Terry. That's my type of winger. I love it. But by the way, when it comes to Saka, I was watching the game and I'm looking at him. He's an England player as well, so I want him to be good. I'm looking at him. Why is he not going at the? I swear he used to run at people and try and take them on. I don't mean it's Sam Rude. In recent weeks, because Saka, he's not been as bad, but it's reminded me of the way Anthony plays. It's just onto the left, cut onto the left. I'm sort of like go on the outside and cut a ball back.
It don't make sense when you got Dan Burn as well, who's like 6 or 7 and can't run. Run at him, man.
It's not even just Dan Burn. The fact that I've said this before and I'll say it again. Well, Saka this season, for some reason, he just doesn't want to go in behind. He doesn't want to put the ball past somebody and just run. Last season I saw that in abundance. Every time he try and do a little flick past the player, and he knows he's going to win the foot race. He knows it. So I don't know why he's not doing that this season. I don't know whether he's exhausted. This guy is. I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe he's got like a little injury or something. Like I don't know, something that's stopping him because it's just weird that he stopped doing what he was so great at.
Or he might just be in bad form.
It could be that, yeah, exactly. It could be, yeah. How did a shit Kai still outperform Starboy Saka? Scapegoat is what Blaze says. Daniel Sweetman says the Joe Linton foul should have been given 100%. Another goal angle, the ball hit Joe Linton's arm. Did it? Oh, wow. I mean, they checked it for everything else. Why didn't they check it for that as well? Yeah, that goal just, and I'm not taking nothing away from Newcastle. That goal, I know that they shouldn't just be looking for why to get rid of it. But it could have been disallowed for 3 or 4 reasons. Offside, ball out of play, handball. Someone just sent me that. I was just seeing it. Yeah, the handball and the foul. Like, when you've got all of those things, even if, sometimes you do like 4 or 5 fouls that are not yellow cards, but it's like a totting up process. It's almost like, because of all of those things, we'll probably just disallow it. I don't know. It feels like, I think if any one of us concede a goal like that, we're fuming. If Newcastle conceded it, if Chelsea conceded it, Liverpool conceded it, we all go mad for a goal like that. This here says the foul on Thiago Silva when Chelsea played Fulham. A Fulham player hit Thiago Silva in the upper back and head, and it wasn't given as a red card. Exactly. And every Chelsea fan worth his salt said it was a straight red card. So they have to say that Bruno Gomes was a straight red card because it's identical in my personal opinion. So again, that's why it should be called out. Keep it
Got away
consistent.
with that, yeah.